Let's take a closer look at China from every angle. This is China, one of the largest countries in the world by land area. But its map reveals a story far more fascinating than you might expect. Eastern and Western China almost look like two completely different worlds. In the east, you'll find the vast majority of the population, major cities, and economic activity. Meanwhile, the west stretches across vast areas of mountains, plateaus, and deserts, with relatively few people living there. And the reason begins with geography. Eastern China is home to fertile plains, major rivers, and coastal regions that have supported the growth of cities, agriculture, and industry. The west, however, faces much harsher terrain, from the Tibetan Plateau and towering mountain ranges to the Taklamakan and Gobi deserts. That's why many of China's most important industrial and economic centers are concentrated in the east and along the coast, especially around Shanghai and the Yangtze River Delta, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and the Pearl River Delta, as well as the Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei region. These areas are also home to massive ports that connect China's factories to global markets. But China's enormous size and challenging terrain have made connecting these regions a major engineering challenge. That's why the country has built an enormous network of highways and high-speed railways, along with thousands of tunnels and bridges. In southwestern China, especially in Guizhou, the landscape transforms into mountains and deep valleys. As a result, the region has become one of the world's most striking examples of towering bridges and winding mountain roads. Then there are the rivers. Among the most important are the Yangtze and the Yellow River, both of which have played a major role in shaping agriculture, cities, and transportation. But water isn't distributed evenly across China, which has led the country to undertake massive projects to transfer water and manage its water resources. Even energy is closely tied to geography. The mountainous regions and rivers have made it possible to build major hydropower projects, while extensive power grids transport electricity over long distances to industrial areas. And when it comes to agriculture, the fertile plains of eastern China are dramatically different from the deserts and plateaus of the west. China's borders tell another fascinating story. To the north lie Russia and Mongolia. North Korea borders China to the east, while countries across South and Central Asia stretch along its other borders. From within China, roads, railways, ports, and trade routes extend outward toward Asia and the rest of the world. And this is where we understand the real secret. Modern China wasn't built despite its geography. It was shaped by it. The mountains demanded tunnels, the valleys demanded bridges, vast distances demanded high-speed trains, and the coastline helped give rise to massive industrial centers. So when you look at China on a map, you're not simply looking at a huge country. You're seeing how geography can shape the entire structure of a nation.